Welcome, people, to this week's episode of Unchattering Realms. I'm Alvin.
And I'm Nick. So what are we going to talk about this week?
Alright. Last week, in Uncharted Realms, they were actually finally gearing up and, getting their armies ready to combat Ulamog.
So last week's content was we're back in BFZ?
We're back in BFZ.
We're back in BFZ, boys.
And the first thing to learn from this is that Kiora is a power-hungry bitch.
Wow. I mean, I know she has the bidden of Tassa, but...
Yeah, and then she thinks they can solve all their problems. And, she proceeded to kind of tell off Jace and tell off Gideon and tell off Misal.
Really?
Yeah, and her only ally this time around is Drana, because Drana just wants to, fight. Because, Drana is one-dimensional that way.
Tell off how? Like Dem Lancy style or what?
Dem Lancy, she's kind of I have this bidden, and this bidden is enough to destroy Ulamog. And then they're like...
Not when you're making 9 9s and 10 10s, yeah.
Yeah, only one weapon, and she's like, but it is enough to destroy Ulamog. You see, even Ulamog disagrees.
Thor is very angry. Yeah, Thor doesn't like Tassa.
Okay, that could be Tassa.
Sorry, Tassa.
So,
still a bitch. Yeah.
Well, Kiora is the bitch. I actually think Tassa's bidden somehow
makes them
controlling her mind.
Oh, okay.
Kind of making her more Lungsy, more feeling like she's godlike. So she kind of decided to show them some of her powers, which was not too impressive, at least.
Did she make a 10-10 at least? Did she pull out a kraken out of her
All
head?
we could actually see are just tentacles and waves.
Wow. So to fight tentacles, you use tentacles.
Good point. Anyways, so theorizing of that. Now, last week, someone actually was talking about the BFZ Fat Pack and the contents.
Oh yeah,
how they actually spoiled everything.
The whole storyline.
The whole storyline in BFZ. Okay. For those who do not want story spoilers, don't go ahead. For those who do not mind, again, this is just theory crafting. So
Go on.
So they managed to trap Ulamog.
With the allied Hedron network?
Yeah, with the aligned Hedron network.
Okay.
And Obnixilis decided to come over and fuck things up. So he toppled over the Hedron network. He got back his spark. He became a planeswalker. Then he fucked off. And Ulamog is free, but then Ulamog is dazed and confused. So Gideon decided to say, hey, this is the best time to strike. So he and Kiora decided to go and strike Ulamog. And that's where we go into Oath of the Gatewatch. Now, from last week's...
Wait, is that how the story ended?
Yes.
Fuck!
Yeah, cliffhanger. Much.
Okay, my question is, why isn't Kiora in Oath of the Gatewatch? You
Nah.
saw all the 4 planeswalkers, which are base color planeswalkers, holding, it's like, dengan ini saya berikrar untuk menjoin Oath of the Gatewatch.
So
Where the fuck is Kiora?
So this is what my theory is. Because she has shown a lot of hubris, I think she kind of screws it up.
Okay.
So they kick her out of the Avengers and in the Oath of the Gatewatch.
Aww.
And she'll probably go bad, I don't know. And join with Drana. Maybe she'll become a Sultai Planeswalker.
Nice. Next question. Are we going to see Omnixilis in Over the Gatewatch?
Most likely not, because I think this is his exit strategy.
Did he Planeswalk away at the end of the storyline?
Again, another cliffhanger.
Damn it.
Yeah. But, from last week's spoilers, we know that Kozilek will most likely be in Oath of the Gatewatch. We know Ulamog is not down and defeated. Now this is where the story gets interesting. Now we know that there is going to be Shadows over Innistrad.
Correct.
Right? Right. So this is my theory. Again, if you guys don't like spoilers, don't tune in.
They tune in because they like spoilers.
Number one, the Eldrazi were first introduced as kind of HP Lovecraft inspired.
Yeah.
Right?
Tentacle Pawn, yeah.
They kind of showed that in Rise of the Eldrazi.
Yes.
But in BFZ, they're more like kaiju, Cloverfield.
Kind of monsters.
Titans,
Yeah.
So I think in Shadows over Innistrad, they're going back to the more subtle...
Paranoia,
madness-induced Eldrazi that they actually wanted to do in the first place.
Yeah.
They can't do it in Zendikar because Zendikar is an all-adventure world. So this is what I think.
Yeah, I want to see that shit, man.
So Kozilek in Oath of the Gatewatch is known as Kozilek the Great Distortion.
Yeah.
Kozilek in Rise of the Eldrazi is known as Kozilek, Butcher of Truth. Now in the BFZ Fat Pack, they introduced Kozilek as the Titan of Distortion. Kozilek is kind of like the mindfuck part of the Eldrazi, so it's the one that like fucks up your mind.
Would he be going to Innistrad?
Yeah, so what best plane, what other plane would there be apart from Innistrad for him to mindfuck? Because as we see in Innistrad, Shadow has fallen over Innistrad, and Shadows over Innsmouth.
So by the way, Shadow over Innsmouth was a novel written by H.P. Lovecraft published in 1936.
So I'm not sure if it's actually coincidence or whether like Wizards is wants to give like this not so subtle hint.
Yeah.
But I think Kozilek has somehow found a way to go to Zendikar, maybe because of Sorin traveling back and forth.
Yeah, because the first time we saw Sorin was in Zendikar. And then he went back to settle shit in Innistrad.
Yeah, so maybe Planeswalkers actually leave a little
Trail of breadcrumbs for other Planeswalkers and monsters to check out.
Yeah, so Kozilek decides to go to Innistrad, and he finds it like to be the perfect plane to induce paranoia on, because the plane is already like full of paranoid people. I mean, this is a plane of people living together with vampires, living together with werewolves, with spirits, with ghosts, with zombies, with laboratory maniacs, with Snapcaster mages.
Imagine the gothic feel of 16th century Europe. Now you add on tentacle pawn monsters. That's what Shadows over Innistrad is gonna be.
So I think Kozilek actually somehow took over the mind of Avacyn. Or at least clouded her judgment, or induced some sort of madness into her that she goes havoc and she starts fucking over everyone in Innistrad.
Yeah. That's why I feel Liliana would be the strongest 5th member of Over the Gatewatch. She comes back to Innistrad to clean up house.
Alright, this has been Unchattering Realms. So what do you think about our theory this week?
Tell us what you think about what's gonna happen in Over the Gatewatch and Shadows over Innistrad in the comment section below.
And as always, if you like our videos, subscribe and share our videos with your friends. This has been Unchartered Realms, and I'm Melvin.
And I'm Nick.
Signing off.
Oh, what the fuck.